There's a song on the album Sun Hill Market called We're the Three Bears. My songwriting partner Fred McNaughton came up with the idea for the song.
Steve asked me to come over to the studio to play some ukulele and cornet on a song he was doing called Sadie.
Yeah, Fred came into the studio that day to record Sadie, and the first thing he says to me is, I want to write a song called We're the Three Bears.
So Steve pulls out the papers like, now, okay. And I'm like, well, we could record the song first if you want me to do my parts. I kind of think he wanted to do it right then. It was kind of funny.
So we tracked the parts for Sadie, cornet, and the ukulele part for that song. And then we went over to my house to brew some Java.
We've written a lot of songs together, and lately it seemed like we were writing a lot just via email. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to actually write one face to face. So I had this idea, and really the only idea I had was of the three bears, not like the mom, dad, and baby bear, but like these three friend bears marching through the woods to the next adventure.
I like to write the lyrics for the song first. It's just something that's more comfortable for me as a songwriter. Focusing on creating the lyrics, the words for the songs, and working on the structure of the song, and then going from there. So we sat down and we started talking about who these bears are and what are they doing, and tried to get some direction for the lyric.
Next thing I know, Steve's sitting there with his computer, and I'm just sitting there holding the guitar, and we came up with the idea of what they smell, what they see, and what they hear. Kind of what the idea of the song would be. Because I don't think at the time we were thinking it would actually be a song we'd ever use. I think we were just doing it for therapy and for fun. And next thing I know, it was done.
Yeah, we finished the lyrics and a pot of coffee that afternoon.
And chocolate bars, which are quite good, and which Steve always has. And so we let that sit a couple days, just the lyrics. And then I had been reading an article about how some of the best songs that Lennon and McCartney wrote together were the ones where Paul had one idea, John had one idea, and they came together and they said, well, we don't have anything else, let's just smash these together. And people love those songs. So I said to Steve, how about if we do that? I'll do the chorus and you do the verses. And we won't tell each other what we're doing. And then we'll just see how we can fit them together.
So I grabbed my acoustic guitar and I'm going to work on writing some music for the verses. And I have no idea what the chorus is going to sound like, so I'm trying not to even limit myself in any way to what I create. So I started reading the lyrics, and it's like the sweet little, almost like a nursery rhyme, the bears, they went over the hill and they smelled something good. And so I thought, like a lullaby, they smell something good just over the hill, nice and sweet and kind of floating along.
So I'm going to do something completely different because Steve knows exactly the kind of songs I write. They only have 4 chords and they sound exactly like this. So I thought, what could I do that sounds totally different? So we're the three, and I'm hearing it with the radio, and we're the three bears, all his attitude, because I know he'll never in a million years think that that's what my chorus is going to sound like.
Just the sweetest little, like a little sleepy time song about 3 bears. They're on an adventure and it's all so good and everyone's smiling and happy.
I'm like, yeah, we're the 3 bears. Pow, 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 pow. Big, pyrotechnics stuff, like something we would never do.
So Fred sends me a little demo, a little MP3 version of the chorus, and I listen to it, and I'm like, wow, that's not what I was, that's nothing like what I was writing stylistically for the song, but it was cool. I was like, oh, wow, that's really gonna be interesting to see how those two styles come together.
So Steve called me and said, come over, I got something for you to hear, that's like birthday, best birthday cake ever. So I come over and Steve's sitting there with his guitar. I'm thinking this for the verses, this for the linking pieces. And then next thing I know, it's all already half recorded and he's hitting the play button. And I'm like, whoa, this is awesome. And the way that he hooked the pieces up, and of course he's using chords I can't even play on the guitar to make it work, but it just sounded amazing. whether it was just him playing his acoustic guitar or the actual track that he had with drums, bass, and guitar and keyboards and stuff. And I loved it because it was something different than anything we had really done before.
Fred's chorus is written in a minor key. Minor keys are often a little more moody, a little bit more somber, sometimes even dark. My verses were written in a major key. A little more happy. Fred, me. So it's interesting that he tried to create a real contrast to what he thought I would write, and he successfully did that. So the trick was going to be making a transition from a song in a minor key, to a song in a major key, without it sounding too weird. I thought the best way to do the transitions from the major to the minor keys would be to create a separate little section that neither one of us had written yet. And I use that as the linking bits. It's tied in between the verses and the chorus. It's also used as the intro. Here, let's take a listen. Okay, this is major key. There's vocals going on here too. Then it comes to minor. I'm also using the organ to keep it in that minor feel. See, now the transition to the major chord. It's all happy. You know, the bears are going on their adventure now. This is the part where the verse is going on. And the music, nice and kind of bouncy, yet it dovetails right back to the similar feel when we go to the minor key for the choruses. Here comes the transition again. There's going to be a little rest here. No notes played. Minor. Okay, now we're back to it. So that's how the two parts were linked together to create the song "We're the Three Bears."
The two things that really stick out to me, one of the linking pieces is the 1, 2, 3 for fun. And I remember, Steve, like, do you think we should say fur or four? Do you think it should be fur? Do you think it should be 1, 2, 3 fur because it's bears? And I love that we kept going back and forth. Yeah, I don't know. It should be 4, maybe fur. And I love that part. And that's a cool little linking part, even just of itself musically. And then the other thing, while we were recording it, as a joke, Steve's kind of doing his rapper guy, you know, we're the Three Bears, and making me laugh because when we're recording, what we're really trying to do is crack each other up into an asthma attack. And then when I hear the finished product, it's like, it's on there. I'm like, yes, he kept it on there. I love that.